Welcome once more again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending with where you are around the globe. This is Juma. Once more again on our YouTube channel, we talk about the various types of visas that can help you to migrate to the United States based on your circumstance. And for today, allow me to dive into what you're calling O-1 visa. What is it? So O-1 visa is an non-immigrant visa that enable people who have extraordinary abilities to migrate to the United States. And this visa, mostly, it is used by people who are in the field of education, business, arts, athletics, music, sciences, any of these particular people demonstrating extraordinary abilities, then they can be able to migrate to the United States with the O-1 visa. Now, we will be looking at the requirements of O-1 visa, qualification of O-1 visa, eligibility of O-1 visa, and the duration. How long will you take while under O-1 visa to stay and work in the United States? Therefore, we go straight to look at eligibility and qualification. So for one to qualify for the O-1 visa, then you must be able to demonstrate extraordinary ability in your field. Let's say, for example, you are a scholar, then you must be the best. You must have won awards that say that you are the best in your particular field as a scholar. If you are an athlete, you must have both national and international records. You have won prizes to show that you are the best in your field, and therefore you deserve to be given O-1 visa. If you are in the field of business, the same. If you are in the field of arts, the same. Maybe you are a musician, maybe you are an author, you must have this. Now, so the specifics to eligibility and qualification will tend to vary on the category of your work. Yeah? But in general, the applicant must be able to provide evidence. And some of this evidence is what you're going to look at, maybe. For instance, now we are talking about, we will try to split this into O-1A and O-1B. So for O-1A, it deals with people in the field of science, education, business, or athletics. Yeah, people who are running, people who are in the field of education. What is it that is expected of you? So you must show evidence of sustained national or international acclaim and recognition in your field for you to be given O-1A. Maybe you are in the field of science, maybe you are in the field of education, business, or maybe you are doing athletics. Now, at least 3 documents may be required. Awards or prizes for excellence in your field. Let's say, for example, you are in athletics, then you must present awards that you won a number of games in your field, not only nationally, but also internationally. Maybe also you need to show membership in association that require outstanding achievement. If you are an athlete, have you been registered by the Athletics Association of your country? If you are in the field of education, have you been registered by the concerned body in your country? If you are in the business, is your business registered by the business associations in your country? Then if not that, let's say maybe you are in the field of education, have you been able to publish material written by you or about you, demonstrating your extraordinary achievement as an individual for you to be considered for an O-1 visa? Then evidence of your original contribution to your field is supposed to be there. People need evidence. They need proof that it is you who did this and that. Are you able to demonstrate that? Authorship of scholarly articles. Let's say you are in the field of education. Have you written some books that people can be able to read? Can you give evidence? Or these books have been written about you? Then not only that, but also the aspect of receiving high salary. or other remuneration for services to show that because of your extraordinary ability, therefore you are able to earn high salary in your field of operation. Then participation as a judge or a panelist in your field. Maybe you're in the field of education. Have you ever been in charge of an exam marking center, let's say? Maybe are you in charge of curriculum development in your country if you're a teacher or in your organization? So those are some of the things that will bring out participation as a judge or either way, a panelist in your field of operation. Then employment in a critical or essential role in distinguished organization. Have you also been employed? So those are some of the things that people will want to look at as they decide on whether to give you the O-1 visa or not to give you. Now we have the O-1B visa. So O-1B visa, this one will be it will be divided into what you're calling arts, motion picture or television industry. So you must also be able to demonstrate extraordinary achievements in your artistic field, such as being recognized for contribution to the arts industry. So typically the evidence will include things such as a significant body of work or contribution that have been made by this particular individual seeking for O-1 visa, critical reviews or publications about your work, either written or either it can be found. Then participation in prestigious events or exhibitions. These are some of the evidence that will make your case to be a strong case, even as much as you're going forward to look for the O-1B visa. Then leading or steering roles in production. Let's say maybe, for example, you are in the field of a television industry. Do you have leading roles as an employee in your organization? Apart from that, we are also saying other forms of recognition in your field of operation. Now, required documentation. A written advisory opinion from a peer group or labor organization in your field. Let's say maybe you are a doctor. Can they write an opinion about you, talking of the extraordinary things that you have done in your field as an athlete, as a doctor, as a business person? Also, they need proof of ability or achievement as outlined above. Do you have the proof that yes, I've been in this particular field and I've been able to achieve this and that? They want that particular proof. A job offer or employment letter from an employer based in the USA. So for you also to be given this particular visa, O-1 visa, you need to have an employment letter or a job offer letter from an employer who is based in the US. Remember, this employer is also the one who will file what? A petition on your behalf, saying that he wants to do what? He wants to employ you. Then a detailed description of the work you will do in the US. The job offer letter will also detail the type of work that you will do, the time that you will do it, the pay that you will be paid. So it will detail all those kind of things, any type of benefits that you will get as an employee. Duration of the O-1 visa. So the O-1 visa is typically or normally granted for a period of 3 years. But then it comes with extensions and increment of 1 year, yearly, depending with the circumstances. So extensions can apply in 1 year increments as long as you are still under the same visa and you're performing the same work that qualifies you for the O-1 visa. So there can be increments of 1 year. Then maximum duration, the total time that you can take under O-1 visa is normally 6 years, even though extensions can be there or maybe adjustment of status from one type of visa to another based on a number of factors. So dependents of O-1 visa, they get a visa that is called O-3 visa. So for the O-3 visa, either we are talking about the spouse and the children of the O-1 visa who are under 21 years and they are unmarried. They can also accompany their primary O-1 visa to the United States. But then now the dependents of O-1 visa, they are not allowed to work but they can be allowed to study. You can go to school either as a spouse and learn. You can go to school as children and also learn. Changing of employers. As an O-1 visa, you can change your employer while in the United States, so long as your new employer files a petition and that particular petition is approved. Then we are saying that you can change your workplace from one employer to another, so long as that the new employer meets the required criteria for him or her to employ you. Pathway to permanent residence. People who are under O-1 visa, they can pursue the pathway to getting green card and permanent residence through either what you are calling employer sponsorship. If you get an employer who is able and willing to sponsor you for a green card, it can go through. Or maybe using the family way, where a family can decide to petition you for either a permanent residence or either way what you're calling green card. So either all this can be possible, but then as we always say, if you're willing to try and get O-1 visa, get a good attorney who is in the field of this to work with an immigration lawyer or attorney to ensure that you first of all meet all the requirements for you to be given an O-1 visa. After that is done, then we are saying that also now go ahead and let your lawyer or your attorney go ahead and petition a strong case for you that can enable you to get O-1 visa. With that having said that and done, you will get the requirements in written form in the first comment section of this video. Apart from that, we are also saying that comment, like, share, subscribe, and let's do this together as we've always done it as a team. Thank you so much for sticking around.